We started. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Say Something Else podcast. I know we a day early, but happy Cinco De Mayo. I'm your host, Rick This is your co-host, Jah. What up, Jah?
What it do? I don't know what you're talking about. It is Cinco de Mayo today.
It really is? Oh, okay. My bad. I thought it was tomorrow. What's today? I lost track of time.
What a loser.
Busy.
What a loser. Just kidding.
We got a special show for y'all today. I know last time it was Fat Boy season. It's still Fat Boy season come right. We're going to take...
It is for life.
Yes, Fat Boy season never dies. It's for life. We're gonna take out to the kitchen today. I'm gonna make some. I'm making steak tacos for dinner tonight to celebrate. I got some homemade salsa I'm making, some green chili salsa, and I'm gonna be honest. That green chili salsa is gonna burn your booty hole a little bit. So I'm giving y'all this recipe. I don't give out recipes like that, but I'm giving it out this time because I love y'all.
It's gonna be the ring of fire.
For real, I'm gonna be on the bathroom the next 2 days minimum, but it's so worth it.
A ring of fire. Yeah, and I have a special authentic margarita recipe that I'm going to show you guys later as well. After Rick makes his delicious salsa, and you see I'm wearing this nice authentic poncho today. Now, don't get me for cultural appropriation because I do live in a brown household, okay? And I was encouraged to wear this by the members of the household. I was encouraged to wear this and speak about a little known fact about Cinco de Mayo when it comes to Americans. Well, like, it seems like most Americans don't know this, but Cinco de Mayo is not Mexico Independence Day.
Okay. No, I didn't actually.
See, didn't even know that. Let's get it.
And
you know. Well, see, I paid attention in school, so I remember this. I'm playing. No, but it's a holiday that actually celebrates the Battle of Puebla, which was like a small town. Okay. A small town in Mexico. The Mexico army faced off against France, and they were greatly outnumbered, but they still ended up winning anyway. So that's what the celebration is for. That's what the holiday is for. And also, like, they don't really celebrate it in Mexico. They only celebrate it in that town. So it legit became like a Mexican holiday.
Didn't know that, see?
Yeah. America has now turned it into an excuse to drink.
Yes, and eat tacos. One of my favorite foods.
We gonna do it.
But anyway, before we get started, I'm gonna hit y'all with the usual stuff. If you're watching this on YouTube, please hit that like button, that subscribe button. If you're watching on Facebook, do the same thing. Hit that share button. Don't forget we got the candle. Where my candle at? Ooh, I don't even know where my candle at. It was up. Got me. Yeah, get the Say Something Else podcast candle. Get the beer balm, the beer oil. Get the t-shirts, the coffee mugs. Get the book. Y'all know the deal. So what I'm gonna do today is gonna be a little bit different. I'm gonna go over like the stuff I use for my recipes. We're gonna hit y'all with like 2 topics today. But just to save for time, we don't want to do like a whole show plus this. That'll take like an hour. Anyway, I'll go ahead and get started. So I already got everything chopped up. Let me take this camera here so y'all can see. So I got everything chopped up. What I got is some fresh limes. I got some cilantro. Got some onions, some jalapenos.
Why is it all blurry?
What'd you say?
Why is it all blurry?
Oh shoot! You know what? I think the blur background thing's on. Here we go. Let's try this again. Woo!
Okay.
All right. So I got some fresh limes. I got some cilantro, some white onion, some jalapenos. That's about 1.5 jalapenos right there. And that's for the salsa. And this is for the green chili salsa. I got 2 Anaheim peppers that I roasted. I got some more jalapenos. I got 2 serrano peppers, some garlic cloves, and some more cilantro. And then the green chili. And then, of course, that's the tomato sauce for the salsa.
Nice.
So this is good. This is one of my favorite recipes. I hate making it because it takes way too freaking long. But basically, I used to use the whole tomato and cut them in pieces, but it takes too long. So to cut down on time, I just get a can of crushed tomatoes. You can use any.
Yeah, I still use the whole ones. I feel like they taste different.
It's a little different to me, but it's not that big of a difference. I'd rather save the time than cutting them. That's what it takes forever.
It does take forever, and I hate it too. But I think I like it more because I like it ends up a little chunkier. I think I like it more chunkier than you do.
See, I like everything else. I cut my onions real thick and my jalapenos thick because Rick Grease love it thick.
And just putting out a disclaimer, I am the one that taught you how to create that salsa. And I was taught by my brown household as well. So happy Cinco.
Yes, and I just made a couple modifications, but it's all good.
Oh yeah, we definitely made some modifications. Okay.
So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna get the limes. I'll squeeze fresh lime juice. You can use where's that? I got like some more just in case I didn't have enough limes, but to me it tastes better when it's fresh.
Yeah, definitely.
I squeeze all that juice in there. Got to give it a nice little tangy taste to it.
Brightens it up too.
I'm sorry.
Like really brightens up the flavor.
It does. It really makes it pop. That and the tahini that I'll use earlier that I'll talk about. That's like my two favorite ingredients for the salsa because it's amazing. So I got two more here. I'm gonna squeeze in here.
That tahini, like if you guys don't know what that is, that's like a chili lime salt that
let me get right here.
Popular in Mexican cuisine where you put it on fruit or you put it on different vegetables and eat it like that. It is so
it's tangy,
guys.
You remember Lucas?
I
don't know. It's kind of it tastes kind of like gives it that tangy flavor like that. So like I love putting that stuff in there.
Put that ish on pineapple, your mouth will be dead.
Yes.
It's so good, but your mouth will be raw.
All right, so I got the limes in there. Right now, I'm gonna put all my jalapenos in there. Scoop my onions up, put those in there. When I do the onion, I only cut. When I use a big can like this, I only use half of an onion because to me it's like overkill using the entire onion. There's just like too much in there for me. So, and then the jalapenos, I usually do depends on how hot you want it. If you want to do like it real mild, then I just use one jalapeno. I normally do 1.5. So I like it to be between mild and hot, like right on the edge of hot. If you use 2 or more, then it's really going to be hot. And if you want to make it like if you really want to set your mouth in an asshole on fire, then add some. Woo! This is a key ingredient. Get as much cilantro as you can. This is 2 stalks of cilantro that I'm putting.
You definitely need that cilantro, okay? You can literally just can't even have enough.
This is my favorite ingredient for any food. I would throw cilantro on anything. I am not lying.
I think it's a little better when you cut it up where it's not too big chunks of cilantro, but it's not too small. Yeah. Like a nice medium cut of the cilantro.
See, when I make this for my parents, they like it to be blended up because it kind of does make the flavors pop out a little more when everything's blended up. But I like mine chunky, so I don't blend it.
I agree. I think it tastes better chunky. Like let it
taste on that thick and chunky. So mine too.
I think it's usually better when you make it chunky, but you let it sit for at least an hour.
Yeah.
That way, all those flavors melt together. Oof, amazing.
See, no, I'm mixing everything up. You see all this green here? Doesn't talk about a Green New Deal. That's a green. That's
stupid.
So yeah, mix that up real good. Make sure everything's mixed up, and then I'm gonna add my seasoning. So I have a lot of seasonings I use here. First, I'll start with the tahini. Now I'm kind of ghetto when it comes to this. I don't measure anything out. I just go with the flow. So whatever your heart tells you to do. I try to sprinkle around the edges of the bowl and the circle and make sure everything's covered. Then I'll add, if I didn't tell you I like it spicy, I like it spicy. Some cayenne pepper. Add just a little bit of it, actually. I don't want to do too much.
Nice.
Another key ingredient, garlic salt. If you don't have no garlic salt, it's not going to taste right. But don't put too much.
See, I don't put garlic salt in mine. I put salt, seasoned salt, and garlic powder. But I don't really use the garlic salt. But sometimes I have. I mean, either way is good to me. You can't really mess it up.
Yeah, I never used the garlic powder. I didn't feel like cutting any more garlic cloves. It tastes better when you do fresh, but if you save time, I just get some, garlic, sprinkle a little bit in there. And then another one of my favorite ingredients, the spicy slap your mama. Oh my God. I use this instead of seasoning salt. And then I like the peppercorn grinders for pepper, so I just grind that. You can never use enough pepper in anything that you cook, so just be generous.
You cannot.
I usually do probably about 10 twists with that before I do it. And then I do the same thing with salt. I use sea salt, the grinders. I don't do a lot in here because it's really strong, so I usually do, I don't do a full twist. I do it kind of light, so this is like one light twist around. Because it's like, if you put too much salt in there, it will ruin your salsa. Like, ugh.
Yeah. And also remember, when the salsa sits, it's going to get saltier. So like if you taste it after putting the salt in there and like, oh, it needs more salt, just wait it out a little bit because like the longer it sits, the saltier it gets. Plus, when you eat it with chips, and a lot of chips have salt on it too, so you don't want to like overdo it.
Oh, and speaking of chips, the best chip, in my opinion, to eat this with is the Tostitos lime chips. Oh my god, because the chip like lime, it has like a lime flavor coating on it. So when you dip, you get that lime from the chip and the lime and all the seasoning from the salsa, and it's just like flavor overload in your mouth. It's ridiculous. This is my last ingredient I use. I use crushed red peppers. Like this doesn't come out a lot, so I just do it to your liking. I don't put a lot in there, but I don't put a little either. So what I do after that, I just stir everything up. Make sure you get this stirred up real good so the seasoning spread all over the salsa and it's not concentrated in one spot.
That looks delicious.
Like, oh, it's so good. So good.
So chunky. How many jalapenos do you use for that batch?
For this one, since it's a whole or a huge can of tomatoes, I use 1.5. Sometimes I'll do 2, sometimes I do 1.5, but yeah, that's what I like to do. All right, so this is I just started making this. I'm still trying to perfect the recipe. This is actually only my second time doing it, and I got the recipe from my best friend because he cooks all the time, just like me and my brother do. So what I'll do is in the blender, I don't de-seed mine because I love hot stuff. So I just put the whole pepper inside of there, inside of my blender. I got the Ninja blender. And I'll take my serrano peppers, dump all that stuff in there, the garlic cloves, the cilantro. Make sure all this stuff's in here. Then I'll take my can of green chilies, dump that in there. Make sure
show us the blender.
What do you say?
It says show us the blender.
It's the Ninja blender.
Ooh, fancy.
So I got that, and then what I'll do is I'll put just a very, very tiny bit of lime juice in here. Like really, just like 2 little drops. I don't know if y'all can see that, but
just a smidge.
Yeah, just a smidge. And then I'll do the same thing with some white distilled vinegar. I'll put just like a capful in there. All right, and then the seasoning is not that much. It's just basically a little bit of salt, about the same, like 1 twist. If you use the grinders, and then pepper, you can put however much you like in there. And then just a little bit of garlic salt. All right. And then once you get done, then that's when I put the cap back on the blender. I'll blend this up real good, nicely. Turn that power on.
That's thick.
Yeah. What'd you say?
I said that's thick.
It's thick.
It's some thick salsa.
Yeah, that's why to make sure you can add a little bit more vinegar. Sometimes add water in there too. I don't like it. Because to me, it kind of flavor a bit. Well, I tried it the first time. That's what he told me to do, but I'm going to try it without the water this time. So I just try to chop it up a little bit more just to make sure it's like fine. So once you let it blend for a little bit, I'll take it off and I'll like kind of pound take this off and then pound it on the counter to get everything loose, and then just let it blend a little bit more. All right, that's it. And this stuff is so spicy. The first time I made it, I just like pepper on chips. But I'm trying it on the tacos tonight. It's gonna be so bomb. I cannot wait.
Yeah, your booty hole gonna be the ring of fire.
It is, but good thing I work from home. So, so I just pour everything into this little silver bowl, and it is thick. But like I said, Rick like it thick. So that's what we do in here. If it ain't thick, I don't want it. So I got to make sure I get all this stuff out because sometimes it don't want to come out all the way. Almost done. This stuff's gonna be so spicy and good on the taco. This is gonna be flavor just hitting you from everywhere.
Right. All angles.
All angles. So I'm gonna
See,
just
I feel like that's really the way to cook and make stuff. Is like impart flavor every way you can, at every step.
Oh yeah.
Can't go wrong.
It took me a while to get to my salsa to how I like it for my taste buds. So every time I make it, I just try new things. There's other ingredients I used to use that I took out. Like I used to use garlic, spicy garlic sriracha seasoning for it, but that was like too overpowering. I used to put a little drop of hot sauce in there, but if you put too much, you won't even taste the salsa. You'll just taste hot sauce. So I stopped doing that. So here's my other favorite part. So now let me wash my hands real quick since I've been dealing with the vegetables and stuff. What I'm gonna do next is the meat. You can use pretty much any type of steak you want, but for me, the best steak is to use is like a tenderloin steak. It's kind of expensive. Like I normally go to HEB or Kroger to get it, and you get 2 or 3 steaks in there, and it's usually about like $25 to $30 each. I mean, not each, but for the pack of everything. But what I'll do, I'll show you guys. I'll chop it up into like little small pieces, and then when I get done, I'll put it in the bowl. And then I'll get another one of my favorite ingredients, olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. I just use like a tiny little bit to get the seasonings and everything to stick. Let me get my.
You make steak tacos?
Yeah, the steak tacos.
Or
So once I put the olive oil in there, I'll stir it up a little bit so I can make sure it's over all the meat. And then for this, I don't use a lot of seasonings. What I'll do is get some lime juice. I'll pour about 2 capfuls of lime juice in here.
You're making me so hungry right now.
And then the key ingredient for this steak, and the best way to do this, honestly, I did this a quick way to save time, but what I do normally is when I prepare the meat with all the everything I'm going to put in it, I let it sit in the freezer or in the fridge and marinate for at least 2 days. 3 is ideal because it really gets that flavor locked in there. But cumin, just get some ground cumin and be generous with the cumin because the flavor, oh my God, it's going to make it pop with that lime juice. And I'm dumb. I forgot to cut up extra cilantro, but I do put extra cilantro in here with it just to marinate. But since I'm not marinating it, I don't need to. And while I'm staring at it, I can smell the cumin. It smells amazing.
Getting hungry.
Yeah, and then the only seasonings I use for this just some more black pepper. I'll do about like 10 turns or so with that.
This is going to be a glorious Cinco de Mayo meal.
It really is. And then just about 1 full turn with the salt. Mix it up again. And then the only other thing that I use, I recently just found this, and it's one of my favorite seasonings for steak.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Oh my God, it's so freaking good. I season it with this, salt, pepper. Sometimes I use a couple of different other steak seasonings, but I got that garlic butter, like the big round ones. Oh my God, it's so good.
Amazing.
But I'll just put a little bit of that on here, not too much because it is like pretty strong. So I'll just mix all that stuff up. And you're pretty much done with steak. What I'll do now, I don't use my oven for anything except for pizza. So I use the air fryer literally for everything. So I got the Ninja air fryer. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'll bring it over here. This is the pan for it. It's pretty big. Not an air fryer. So I'll just dump all that meat in here.
You put it on the air fry function or like the bake?
This one has bake, roast, and dehydrate. So I just used the air fry one. So, and it turned out really good too. I've even cooked like New York strip steaks in here, like tenderloins, like the big chunk tenderloins and everything. And it turns out good. So what I'll do for the temperature, let me bring this over here. What I'll do for the temperature, I usually put it on 360 since they're cut up in small pieces. And then I'll put it on 12 minutes and then start it. And then once it gets to the 6-minute mark, I'll take it out and then stir it up, make sure it's cooked evenly and everything. Then I'll put it back in for the next 6 minutes. And then that's it.
Easy.
I don't like it well done.
I know. I mean, like we said, did we say that the other day, the last week on the podcast?
Yeah.
Because if you are out there and you like your steak well done, you are literally a piece of shit.
Oh my god. So anyway, we'll go ahead and get into the topics while that steak's cooking right now, and I'm a little tired. I'm tired of steak.
We got a couple of topics for y'all today.
Yeah, just two. I found one that was interesting that I actually came across today when I was reading on my phone, and it was about gas prices. You remember exactly what it was saying? I know that they were saying the gas
shortage, right?
Not the prices. It was actually gas itself. I'm sorry. And it was not because there's not enough gas, but just how their supply chain, just not enough manpower to get it to the gas stations.
Yeah, I did read that a couple weeks ago. Not a couple weeks ago, but recently as well. When I saw that, you sent that to me today. I know it has to do with like I said, the supply chain, and a lot of a shortage of people to like drive the trucks to transport the gas and all that stuff like that, and just like a low shortage of gas. So like, woo.
Yeah,
that's interesting. Hopefully we don't run out. What we gonna do?
It's gonna be a hot girl summer for real, because the last situation that kind of reminded me of this. I don't know if you remember. I want to say it was like maybe 2 or 3 years ago when the hurricane in Houston hit, and they had the problems with the supply chain and getting the gas to the gas stations. Gas shot up. The lines for gas were every single gas station around was just out into the street. It took me 3 days before I was even able to get gas from my tank. And the prices, a lot of the gas stations were shooting up the prices and everything for it, like almost a double and triple of what it normally costs for gas. So if you got to commute to work, you're back into the real world instead of working at home. Just be mindful of that, because we don't know exactly when it's going to hit, but that's a tough situation, because my job, when it happened to us, luckily they excused the absence, because there's a lot of people at my job couldn't get gas. So like we couldn't even come into work and they didn't let us telework then. So it was just, we had to just take it as an excused absence. And if you had PTO, you had to use that to cover. If you didn't, you didn't get paid. So you don't want to be stuck in a situation where you can't get to work because there's gas and you got to use PTO. So save that PTO.
Can I just have a side note right there? Look, that is what's wrong with the workforce in America. How are you going to make me use PTO for something I can't control? Like, I'm not the only one that's dealing with this. Like, you can clearly see it's an issue happening in the state, in the country, and you're going to make me use PTO? Trash.
That's so ridiculous.
As if these jobs can't afford to pay you.
It's like a double whammy. I lost pay because I couldn't come into work and I didn't have no PTO, and then I had to pay double the gas price money that I normally do. So, that was a rough summer.
These jobs don't be giving you nothing, huh?
Yeah, I'm glad I work from home still, so I ain't got to worry about that this time.
Right.
Nowhere, so.
They said you on your own.
Yeah, if you can, just make sure you top your tank as much as you can and keep it full as much as you can. Stop running into black people. Stop.
Looking at you, black people. I'm a little bit guilty. I will honestly say I'm a little bit guilty, but I usually don't wait till it's like on empty. I'll like wait till it's like a little less than half, or maybe like the last little notch. Yeah,
quarter of a tank.
I would not go to empty.
Some people I know, they go to empty. They be like, they ride with no AC on, no radio, like that. Just hot and sweaty and bored.
You do not want to be doing that in Arizona or Texas, okay? There's one year with my old car. This is kind of a side note, but whatever. This podcast, where my car, the AC just stopped working, like for no reason.
Yeah.
And I tried to get it fixed, and it worked for like a week, and then it went back out again. And for like, I don't know, like 2-3 months, I was just riding with no AC in Arizona heat in the summer. Of course, I had to break down in the summer, right? It couldn't break down in the wintertime. I was miserable. I was mad.
Mercury that I used to have, that blue Mercury. Went out on that when I lived in Arizona, and the whole summer, that was hot. And then on top of that, not did my AC go out, instead of blowing cold air out, it was blowing hot air. Even if you didn't have the AC on, it would blow out no matter what. So I was getting the hot air outside in 100-degree weather and hot air on the inside of the car. That was a ruthless summer.
Just mad as hell. Just driving mad as hell.
Oh my God. So the other topic that we had today, I found this pretty interesting. I don't know if a lot of people know, but I want to say it was Southwest that was one of the major airlines that are doing this now, and a couple of other minor ones. They're allowing you to do payment plans on your plane ticket. So that's a game changer for some people. Now, of course, I already know the interest rates are super sky high. It's almost like a payday loan, honestly. I read it around 100% or more for that. Yeah, and the one that I saw, the example that they showed, it let them pay off. I think the total was like $2,000 for their tickets, and they let you pay it off over the course of a year. So the monthly payments came to like a little bit over $100 a month.
Dang.
Yeah, so I mean that's pretty neat. That's been kind of the wave with a lot of stuff going on now. A lot of stores. Let me check this meat. A lot of stores are doing that to where I can't remember the name of the service. I want to say it's like Uplift. And then there's a couple other ones that let you pay for stuff. Like they let you buy your stuff now, and then you just make like four monthly payments on it.
Uh-huh.
So I just thought it was pretty interesting. The airlines are going into that now, and I wonder what else will be next that you'll be allowed to pay for monthly like that.
That's kind of cool though. Lay away your vacation.
Well, I want to know what's going to happen when you miss that payment. What they going to do?
Take your way.
I mean, if you already flown, like if you already bought your ticket, you already flew to where you got to go, and you stop on the monthly payments, like, are they going to be like a regular collection agency? Is that going to go on your credit? Is it
no?
like
they're going to take a limb. They're taking a limb from you. Just kidding.
Are they going to come take your car? Like, what's going on?
Right. Take your house back.
Yeah. So if you guys plan on using that, just be cautious. Please read the fine print, because I know a lot of people don't read fine print or read at all.
Or read at all. I was just about to say, don't even read nothing.
Yeah, just make sure you be careful with that. That's pretty much all we got today. The only other thing is Resident Evil 8 on Friday. If you pre-ordered it at midnight tomorrow, I cannot wait. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be super scary. I wish I would have took off a day in advance so I can just play it all night and beat it.
Not a real fan. Okay. So the last thing we're going to do before we call it a day on this special edition of podcast. So I told you guys that I have a authentic margarita recipe that I got straight from Mexico. So this is strawberry margarita from Mexico. So here it goes. So the first thing you're going to need, of course, is the base of every margarita is some tequila.
Yes.
This is Haha brand tequila.
Okay.
This is make sure you please use 100% agave tequila. That's how you know it's real. Like the Jose Cuervo stuff, like the standard Jose Cuervo you see in like the $15 bottle. That's technically not really tequila. I'm not trying to be a snob, but I really looked this up because they only use 50% agave, and the rest is just other fillers.
Yeah.
So please use some real tequila, okay? I'm using Blanco tequila, so we're going to let's see, we're going to do like a big boy drink. So we're going to do about 2 shots of tequila. Okay. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to use some Contro or triple sec. That's an orange flavor liqueur, however you say it. Orange flavor, so it gives a nice flavor in that. So we're going to use about maybe like a shot of that. Margaritas are supposed to be a strong drink, okay? So if you're weak, make a little baby version. Let's get it. So, like I said, more triple sec, some triple sec. Okay. And next thing we're gonna do, make sure you get some fresh lime juice. So I got some fresh limes here. I would say for this recipe, maybe about 3 limes. Or a lot of people use like bottle lime juice or tequila mix. You can do that. So I like to do my margaritas a little sweeter, not too sweet, but just like a little touch of sweetness. So like about the juice of 3 limes. So the juice of 3 limes. Okay. And then next thing we're going to do, so I made what's called a simple syrup. So it's just equal parts sugar, equal parts water, boiled together. So it makes like a lightly sweet syrup. So we're going to do about a shot or shot and a half of simple syrup.
Okay.
Okay. And then last thing on this delicious margarita is I have some strawberry syrup. I'm going to cut the strawberries up, make it like a little strawberry puree. and blend that together with the ice. So I have about 4 strawberries.
Okay.
4 strawberries.
I can taste it through the phone.
Okay. Oh, it's so much flavor, just like all the lime, the sugar, and the strawberries really coming through. And the last thing we're going to do, I'm going to blend it. This isn't really the authentic way, but it's hot out here, so a blended margarita is nice. So I'm going to about a cup of ice, maybe a cup and a half of ice, put it in the blender. So here's a cup of ice. Delicious. Okay, now it's all blended up, and here you go, the authentic margarita.
Yes.
Taste it.
Thanks it head.
Mmm. I hope y'all thought that was funny. I just thought it was a dumb idea.
I wish I had the ingredients to make that, because I would dead ass make that right now to go.
I mean, for real, I didn't have all the other stuff to make it a margarita, y'all. So
speaking of that, I do have a little something. That little peach margarita.
Hey, a little peach margarita.
2 of those, so I'm gonna go ahead and open that.
Little peaches. Further, I really have made homemade margaritas before, and it's pretty much like I said. So I didn't have the stuff to make it, so I thought I would just do a little joke recipe. But for like, I would say like your tequila, triple sec, or Cointreau, or Grand Marnier, which is like really expensive, but any kind of orange liqueur, lime juice. Please make sure it's like not margarita mix. Like that stuff really is like kind of nasty.
Yeah.
It's like overly sweet and just like fake. So like use a good amount of lime juice with some of that simple syrup, and then just mix that together. That's really all you need for a good margarita.
Yep. All right. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed our special episode for Cinco de Mayo. I hope you guys are celebrating too. All the thing I got to do left is fry the taco shells. Let me show y'all those. I'm not gonna fry them on air, but at the end of the podcast, I will show a picture of the finished version.
Yeah, you're be all greasy.
I use.
Oh, nice.
The yellow corn tortillas. Sometimes I use the white one just if I want to switch it up. But get some my pan, get some vegetable oil, and then I'll lightly fry them until they get crispy to my liking. Flip it over, let it do the same thing, and then take them out. Sometimes I'll pour a little bit of salt inside of the oil, just so the outside of the shell is salted. And I'll pour like a little bit of lime juice in there too. It just gives it extra flavor. And then from there, I layer my tacos a special way. So
okay, same. I do the same thing.
It's normally what I do. So when I get my taco shell, I'll spread it. You gotta spread the thing open like that. Spread it open.
I spread the thing.
Spread that thing.
Spread your thing.
I get sour cream, and I just put a spread of sour cream on the crack. And then what I'll do is normally I'll make guacamole with this too. I'll get guacamole, and then I'll rub the sides of the shell, each side with guacamole. Then I'll get some extra sharp cheddar cheese, pour that right on top of the sour cream. I'll put my meat in, and then once I get done with the meat, then I'll put the salsa in, and then I'll put the other salsa on top. And that's it. It's so delicious. Like literally every bite from the salted lime shell to the meat to the sour cream, it's both sauces. It's just it's literally orgasmic. You take a bite.
That's some extra sour cream. You know what I'm saying? Whoop. I'm kidding.
Oh my god, I'm dead.
I mean, I pretty much do the similar layering for the tacos too. You just can't beat it. Like it really does make a difference how you layer your taco. Like especially with that sour cream. I'm one now. I'll spread the sour cream all over the shell, all over the tortilla. So like literally every bite, you just get sour cream and like cheese, and so good.
And it's like once you eat them like that, it's hard to go back to just
can't go back
regular way because it's just gonna taste so bland. It's gonna taste like white people food. Like,
because it doesn't really make sense to like just put like the sour cream and stuff just on the top. Like you can't taste it. You only have like a couple of bites, you taste sour cream. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hope you guys like it. If you guys try this at home, please send pictures or videos of yourself doing it. I'll upload them to the Facebook page.
Good idea.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Once again, if you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Comment. If you're watching on Facebook, hit that share button. Comment, please. Please don't forget the products that we have. Anything else you got today, Jah?
Just let me know if y'all make a special margarita like I did today. Let me know how it turns out. Let me know how you feel afterwards.
And get someone to post your passed out shots too.
Just out.
In fact, I might have to post one of my pass out shots for my birthday.
Oh my God, please do.
But anyway, that's all we got for y'all today. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. I'm your host, Rick Grease. This is your co-host, Jah. And we out.
Bye. Watch Black is King on Disney Plus. Bye.